Are supercars still worth chasing when a compact hatchback can embarrass them at a stoplight, make you question your bank balance, and still carry groceries without breaking a sweat? Or is there a hidden catch lurking beneath the hype that nobody is warning you about? Because the 2026 Volkswagen Golf R isn't just another fast hatch. It's a machine that forces uncomfortable questions about value, performance, long-term ownership, and whether you're actually ready for what this car delivers when the road opens up and your confidence spikes faster than your heartbeat. And that's exactly where the story gets interesting. Because on paper, the Golf R looks like the perfect cheat code, a turbocharged powerhouse wrapped in a familiar body that blends into traffic until it doesn't. Launching hard enough to pin you back while all four wheels claw at the pavement in a way that feels almost unfair. Making you wonder how something this practical can feel this aggressive. And that sense of disbelief is precisely why it's rattling the cages of people who once believed real performance had to come with two doors, a badge soaked in prestige, and a price tag that hurts every time you check your insurance bill. Yet the Golf R quietly delivers real-world speed that feels instantly accessible. Not just on a track day fantasy, but in the messy reality of cold mornings, wet roads, and imperfect asphalt, where its all-wheel drive system doesn't just add traction, it adds confidence, and confidence is what makes this car feel faster than raw numbers suggest. Because it encourages you to use the performance rather than fear it. And that's a double-edged sword many buyers don't consider until it's too late. Sense power that's easy to deploy can quickly blur the line between fun and overconfidence, especially when the car feels planted even when your judgment might not be. And that's before you factor in how the chassis communicates through corners, with a sense of grip and balance that makes heavier. More expansive performance cars feel clumsy by comparison, giving you the impression that you've unlocked supercar thrills without supercar compromises. Yet the reality of living with this car every day brings its own questions. Because while the interior surrounds you with screens, digital displays, and futuristic controls that scream modern performance, they also introduce a learning curve that can frustrate owners who just want to adjust the climate without diving into menus. And over time, that tech-heavy experience raises concerns about long-term reliability, software glitches, and whether today's cutting-edge interface becomes tomorrow's headache once warranties expire, especially when repairs aren't priced like a basic economy car. And then there's the ride itself. Firm enough to remind you this is a performance machine, compliant enough to handle daily commuting, but always riding that fine line where comfort and control wrestle for dominance. Meaning some days you'll love how connected it feels, and other days you'll question whether you really needed something this serious for stop-and-go traffic. Yet, when the weather turns ugly and other performance cars retreat to garages, the Golf R thrives, delivering winter confidence and bad weather dominance that makes it feel like the ultimate all-season weapon, which only deepens the emotional attachment owners form. An emotional attachment is dangerous when it blinds you to ownership costs. Because high output, turbo engines demand respect, premium fuel becomes not, tires disappear faster than you expect if you enjoy the car the way it begs to be driven. And insurance companies know exactly what this badge represents, so the monthly reality check never fully goes away. And while Volkswagen has refined reliability over the years, long-term ownership still carries that lingering question of whether the performance you enjoy today will translate into stress tomorrow, particularly once mileage climbs and the novelty wears off. And that's where the hidden downsides surface. Like the way a car this capable can make you restless, constantly tempting you to push harder, drive faster, and take risks you might not have considered in something slower. Or how resale values in a rapidly electrifying world could shift unpredictably, leaving some owners wondering if they bought at the peak of an era rather than the beginning of one. Yet, despite all of this, the 2026 Golf R continues to make a compelling argument for itself. Not because it's perfect, but because it forces you to confront what you really want from a performance car. Whether it's bragging rights, an image soar, or speed you can actually use, comfort you can live with, and a level of versatility that makes every drive feel justified. And that's why the real question isn't whether the Golf R delivers supercar performance in a hot hatch body, because in many ways it absolutely does. The real question is whether you're prepared for the responsibilities, temptations, and long-term realities that come with owning a car that blurs categories so effectively it makes traditional sports cars feel almost irrational. And once that thought settles in, it's hard to look at performance the same way again.